Hello. Hi.
Return of the Mackins.
Return of the...
Oh, Mark Morrison.
Mm-hmm.
Very underrated song.
Very.
We're biased, but it's a great song.
It really is. Return of...
Actually, there's some funny TikTok account I follow where he'll go and like, he'll like, man on the street, what's your favorite song? What's your favorite song?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say that song.
It is a great song.
Great song.
What's the new one, the remix?
Not that one. That one's decent, but
Yeah.
the originals, you can't beat it.
Oh, yeah.
The Cooped Up with Post Malone.
Yes.
Good remix.
And there's that other one that's a remix.
With,
It was very like Coachella.
yeah.
Oh, I don't...
The motorcycles.
Okay, well, I'm not sure.
We gotta shut that garage.
Wrong garage, boys.
Our guest is here.
I'm sure you can't hear it.
Today we're gonna have on Hell's Angels.
Anyways, we are so happy to be back. It's been a really long time. We all know that I was supposed to get a hysterectomy
Yep.
in September, but that's postponed so I can heal my body as best I can before I get the surgery in January. I got a bunch of second and third opinions to make a very well thought out decision, and now I'm comfortable with it. I'm getting it done at the end of January.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we just took a very much needed break. We focused on the kids. We focused on each other, our health, my health, your health. Mackins fucking grounding now. Okay,
Yeah.
you don't mean to throw it out there like that?
No, I throw it out there. I don't. You think I downplay it? I like to. I mean, we'll get into
Let's
it.
just be honest. My sister.
No, I don't do anything because Maria tells me to. To be quite honest, so let's not give Maria that credit.
Oh, that's mean. But she's told.
What the fuck?
Are we starting a fire?
It's been a night. What was that?
I do not know. I hope there's nothing on fire. Okay, well.
Whatever.
When we smell smoke, we'll
if you
know.
guys smell smoke, let us know.
No, they won't know.
What is that?
Is it outside?
That?
I don't know. It's okay.
Whatever.
We're fine. Okay, take two. But I have been taking, I have been on a
Peptide AC.
Yes, a tirzepatide.
Pepsid AC.
I started it's like the knockoff version of Mounjaro.
Yes.
And I have to say, I was kind of against doing this because I felt like it's like the easy way out. Not that it is, but for me, it felt like it was the easy way out. But I'm working with somebody who is not only like making sure that I am getting my protein in, making sure that I'm drinking enough water, making sure that I'm doing the electrolytes, but also Carolina did a full blood panel on me and has given me supplements to take to help with my progesterone, to help with my, my bone density, to make sure I'm not,
iron deficiency,
everything. She has been absolutely amazing and very meticulous with making sure that I'm doing, because she's not just going to give it to me and have a great day. It was somebody just walked by. Do we need to worry? Should we close the garage?
A homeless man?
I don't know. It's kind of making me...
We'll talk about the other homeless guy that you met yesterday, too.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just, I don't know. Maybe prop the door open before. I don't know. I just getting a little nervous. We don't have to edit any of this out, though,
Keep
either.
it in.
Okay. What was that? I don't even know what I was saying. Anyways, she's just working with me. My life is so much better. I feel so much better. I'm still tired because of my iron, but that will change after I get my surgery.
I think you're just a sleepy girl in general.
No, buddy, it's not normal how tired I am. It really isn't.
Yeah, probably.
I've been going to bed with the sun and waking up with it, which is
circadian rhythm.
Yeah, it's
Shout out to Drake.
The way it should be. But I don't like it. I don't like being so tired all the time. But it's a good thing. We're all good. Everything is going well. So if you have questions, please ask. I'm not a doctor, but I will definitely give you Carolina's number if you need it. Mm-hmm. She is wonderful to work with, and I've never been happier, honestly.
You look great. You feel great, more importantly. What else do we need to worry about?
I mean,
I've had slightly a little bit more sex than usual, so I'm happy.
Yes. Come on. I mean, yeah.
I'm happy when that happens.
You got to get it in when you can, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it when I can get it, and it's happened slightly, a little bit more frequently than it used to. So, from my perspective, I'm up.
Literally.
I'm at the casino. Yeah. Exactly.
But while we took this time off, we spent some time talking about what we were going to do next, because we canceled our subscription based subscription.
Yes, that's what subscriptions are called.
And we just people were kind of like, we still want to give, we still want to help and support you. So I was like, how can we do this where we can, make Starbucks money and boob job money
and pay for the stew
and pay for the studio and pay for all the equipment. Aaron's meatballs. We were talking about ways to do that. And Makin came up with while
at the same time not wanting to feel like we're boxed into like this commitment of, okay, we got to crank out this extra episode every other week because that's what we promised the subscribers. They're paying for it. We don't want to gyp them by any means. Mm-hmm. So we're doing it more open-ended. Like you said, we've turned off all the subscriptions. Great. You don't have, all of your payments have been canceled. All your money's been returned. But there will now be like a new way if you want to support us. There's a new link in our bios and all that. I hate
okay,
saying
don't
that
say it.
Oh.
There is another way for you to do this.
Edit that out. The cringiest term ever. Link in bio. If you would like to support, there are ways to do so. If you want to do it on a recurring monthly basis, you can do that. If you just want to do a one-time thank you, you can do that too.
Yeah. So you can do that on our...
It'll be in the description of wherever you listen. So if you watch it on YouTube, it's there. If you're on Spotify, it'll be there too.
And these donations will help us, obviously, keep going, keep paying for our studio time. And like we said, Aaron, and paying for, equipment that we need, and help us keep up the merch, because that's really fun for us. And some of you really, the 12 of you that keep rebuying, we love you.
Some of us are cozy.
No, but it's if you love us, and even if you don't want to give a cash contribution to our podcast, you can also just leave a review. It's been a while since I think anybody's written a review. A 5-star review obviously would be wonderful.
Only 5s only.
But a review would be awesome. It definitely helps us. So if you can't contribute financially in any way, then we would love if you would leave us a kind, or maybe pick your favorite episode and not the ones you didn't like.
Or tell us about the ones you didn't like. Honestly, I like all the critiques, good, bad, and different. Yeah, you don't. Send me the DM, not you.
No, put it on our Spotify account or Apple, because it really does help.
Absolutely.
Because we're just trying to be true to ourselves. We're not going to try and do ads and things like that, because
not that we're above that. It's just
I know that's
one, we're not going to make tens of thousands of dollars doing it one way. So
yeah.
2, let's not even worry about it. Or,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And we started like this, and that's how I want to keep going. And that's just us.
But if you would like to give us lots of money for ads, we're happy to do so. If you would like,
we're interested in talking. Beer. Yes. Alani, we've been trying. Alani kindly disregarded us.
Alani will take.
But we've had a lot occur in the last few months.
So much life has happened. It's hard to even when you haven't done this for 2 months, it's hard to know exactly what we should hit on and stuff. But so much life has happened. We've talked about Dom being in middle school and crushing it from that perspective. He's got embraced it. Yeah, because we did a couple relatables right after school started, so we touched on that. But there's been just so many things that have happened. It's been funny, but also overwhelming and crazy at the same time.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have 4 kids that literally every day, I don't know if anybody's ever happy all at once in one day.
No, they definitely are not. And more often than not, it's Leo just complaining constantly.
Yeah, I think
it's generally bringing the whole vibe of our family down, if we're being honest.
Oh, it's just recent.
Recent as in this year?
But he's very empathetic, very loving, very sweet. I wouldn't change him for the world.
Yeah. We've also been talking through correcting each other and being co-parents with each other. When I'm flying off the handle and screaming at the kids and being a jerk, and everyone's afraid of Makin right now for some reason.
Literally tonight, we took them to my mom's, and Leo was like, is Daddy staying with us, or is he going? And I'm like, he's going. Okay, good. Whew. I was like, what? But he's like, Daddy's so mean.
Yeah. They're all, when you're gone, they're all afraid that I'm just going to like scream and yell and no fun.
It's so funny because when we met, I was the yeller. You have become the yeller.
I've had to adapt to my environment. Old yeller. That's right.
Old yellow. But it's almost, we talked about this, like you're meeting their energy and their level. It doesn't help. You need to walk away.
I try all the parenting hacks. The problem is we have a big fucking family.
Yeah.
And everyone gets their own parenting style. Leo, the new thing that we were talking about is we have to like grab him and hold him and calm him down because that's how he feels loved, and that's like how we bring his negative energy down when he's freaking out and throwing a fit. We can't meet that energy by yelling back, which is what I typically do.
And a hard nose for Leo. Leo gets hard nose this month.
That's what I give. You give maybes and
no. Because I always
17 different reasons why we can't do the one thing that he's asking to do. So it gives him 16 open doors to complain.
Well, because I was never explained anything as a child. It was like, no, shut up. Like, no, I don't give a shit.
That shit worked.
And that's fine. But I feel like sometimes you could give them a reason. Like, no, you can't have a Little Debbie's Christmas tree.
But what you do is, no, you can't have a Little Debbie's Christmas tree.
I'm not done, yeah.
Because you just had dinner, and you had a snack before, and you've had too much sugar today, and there's Red 40 in it, and you're going to sleep over at Gaza, and she's going to make you popcorn.
Yeah.
And tomorrow we're going to a birthday party, and you have cupcakes there.
Yeah.
So now he has all of these reasons to deal with, and I'm not joking. That's literally something
that
you will do. And many times you will give 2 or 3 more explanations, and it's just crazy.
Who's calling you?
CJ. Oh. And it's just crazy how many times or how many opportunities they have to fight back. So now that they have all these like reasons that you're saying no, they will pick and choose the weakest explanations, and then you'll end up giving in on one or two of them. And
using it against me, yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
Because one of the reasons you gave may not be that strong.
Yeah,
and they'll be like, fuck,
actually,
here we go.
Actually, I didn't have a dessert.
Yeah, actually, Mom, it was a popsicle with no added sugar. So, and actually, it's
like a juice.
Yeah, and it was my after lunch dessert because we have dessert after lunch. Like,
oh my God, stop!
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, still, it sounds terrible when you hear it out loud.
It's terrible when you fucking live it.
But okay, so
Leo sometimes asks for popsicles after his cereal. He's like, I finished my meal.
Well, if he's okay.
Which arguably is a better meal than the cereal that we gave him in the first place.
Yeah, probably. Actually, you're right. But the hard nose have been working. Like, he literally, I'm not going to get into detail because you're going to rank our children later. And I'm sure we're going to talk more about that later.
Yes.
But hard nose have been working. Dominic, he's been great, except for he's been like.
If we would have done this podcast 4 days ago, there would have been no negatives for Dom. He's thriving, living his best life.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in the rankings. We have other shit.
But what, you said something about dinner, like how we're eating.
No, one thing I want to talk about.
Wait. This is it. Wait. When I give them like the old timey like you're going to pay for this, or you're on thin ice, or you're in for a rude awakening, I will use those lines on them now. And you're
like, Leo, if you don't stop fighting with Dean in the back seat, you're going to be in for a rude awakening.
And
Dean, if you don't give that back to Vivian, you're going to be on thin ice.
Yeah.
And I hear these things, and I know that they don't have any idea what they mean. And you just breathe. You're just angry and in the moment, or pissed off, or frustrated, or overwhelmed. And at one point, I brought it up to him, like, you realize they have no idea what you're saying, right?
I do.
I'm like, you need to use simple like very.
You say mansplaining?
Not man, like caveman type words.
I know you're good at that.
Do that.
Yeah. Especially with Leo.
Yeah.
But I feel like it makes sense to them because of the context in which it's being told. No. Like, we were leaving my mom's and they were all being fucking assholes. Mm-hmm. All of them pushing, shoving. I'm sitting there. I'm doing this. He pulled, did it. And I'm like, if you don't stop, you're in for a rude awakening.
Yeah. Or yesterday, everybody was on one.
They get it.
Everyone. We had Frankie, and Charlie was mad because we took Frankie and not Charlie, and we were going to Juan's. And I'm like, Danielle, I'm not even going to do this dinner if this is how everyone's going to be acting.
You were already an asshole before we even got in the car.
I 100% was on one too. I had enough.
You were done. And you were fucking gone all day, and you came down into
Where did I go?
I don't know, in your computer room tic-tacking on your computer, working.
No. I had all
away.
the kids outside for an hour after school. I picked them up, and then they were all fucking on one. And I'm like, guys, if this is how we're all going to act, because they all had their own individual little issues, I'm not doing this. We're not going to dinner. I'm going to fucking microwave you guys chicken nuggets and go to bed. Yes, I know,
but that's punishing me. I wanted one.
Trust me, I'll take any opportunity for salsa too. But I'm like, I'm not dealing with this. And we get in the car, and you're like, guys, if this is not a pleasurable experience, Daddy is going to be mad. I'm like, Danielle, they have no fucking idea what you're talking about. I'm like, here's what I need you to do. I need you to not be selfish. What does selfish mean? That means don't do things that put you above everyone else. If you want to do something that's going to piss somebody else off, don't fucking do it.
But I go, they know what I mean. I go, guys, what does that mean? And they all rattled off.
Crickets.
No,
crickets. No. Dom was able to understand what a pleasurable experience was, and then everyone else copied off his test and goes, they said what Dom said with different words.
They did.
And then you took that as a W.
Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Not say pleasurable experience to Leo, who can't spell his own 3-letter name.
He can't. You're right. Oh, poor honey. He can't. But
the E is backwards.
Always. Or it's Olay, or it's whatever.
Maybe he's dyslexic. It's okay.
No, he's fine. He might have to do speech, but whatever.
Might.
So did Maria. Might. But.
Are you leaving that door open too?
Stop.
He talks good.
He does. They all need fucking braces. We know that. The pacifiers are way too long.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
What else, buddy?
One thing.
Why do you sit there in silence when you know what you're going to fucking say next?
I don't. I'm trying to figure out the flow. I've been out of this chair for a while. I'm not a pro anymore.
I know. Well,
I miss doing this though.
I know.
Can you, for a second before we go back into my list, can we just pause and compliment me for not hounding you for the last 2 months,
buddy?
Hey, we got to do this. We said we were going to take a break. It's been too long. We don't have guests lined up,
buddy.
Let's talk to Aaron. Let's see when he's booked. Let's book the place. Have I even brought up have I even said the P word that isn't that P word, but it's the podcast word?
Yes. I am very proud of you, but you've been overcompensating with the asking for sex you ovulate every single day. You literally ovulate every day. It's the worst. It's great. It's wonderful. I'm so happy for your health. If you're not horny, you're not healthy. So it's a good thing, but I have to always tell you no, but sometimes
Sometimes what?
I
Go ahead.
No, sometimes I come to you with an opportunity and you decline.
An inopportunity is what we would call it.
No, I come to you.
I ask for that shit at least 2-3 times a day.
Every fucking multiple times
a day. And I don't
expect
it every day. I don't expect it multiple times a day.
God.
But it's a numbers game. If I'm not asking, it's not happening. Okay? It's a pure numbers game. So the one time that I was not asking, or maybe I was asking, but I'm upstairs working. It's one of the teacher work days because kids don't go to school anymore.
They don't. They have been off way too much.
Dom's home from school. Viv's home from school. I don't know where the boys were. For some reason, they were. Oh, no. I think it was a teacher work day for Dom. And Viv was sick and the boys were in school.
Whatever. Who fucking
doesn't
cares?
Matter.
2 kids were home.
Yeah. Dom and Viv were home. And I'm upstairs working. I think I had just gotten off a Zoom call. And you come in like sultry mom, like, hey, want me to,
SUD?
While you work, I'm like,
you fucking
Dom is 12 feet that way. Viv is 18 feet that way, blasting Disney Channel because she's homesick or whatever she's doing. I beg for it all of the time. Now is the day and time that you choose to do this.
Yeah.
Our kids are in school 5 days a week, all day long, every other week. And now is a time that you want to
But you declined, so.
But
it wasn't me.
I think that's your game. I think you ask for it in the times that you know that are not likely to happen, so that you can say, "Well, you said no, so I'm good for 3 days."
What fucking day of the week it is usually. I can't plan that far in advance. It's just like when the urge comes, I'm like, we should capitalize it because it's gonna go away.
I'll believe you.
It's true.
I'll believe you.
But I feel like the rejection isn't as painful.
And even my brain goes like, well, I guess I could.
That was so loud.
Our doors don't lock that well.
No, they don't, because I installed that handle.
It's noon.
It's noon.
There's a lot of open light in here, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't like lit rooms.
I'll take it.
I know. God bless
Anyway.
you. God bless you.
Mm-hmm.
So will I. I love it. Anyway.
The other funny thing is that you always bitch at me about is like, oh, well, you don't bitch at me. I have no patience for when I ask somebody to do something, how long it takes them to complete the task. Okay, all right, boys, it's 8:05. It's time to get upstairs. We're going to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a fucking checklist. Dean, go take your drink of water. Leo, go drink your water. Go pee. Go brush your teeth, and then go in your room. Mm-hmm. Those 4 items or 4 tasks take 17 to 18 minutes.
Yes, and you're very, very, very right.
Yes. And that's if they're done in like a sort of expedited time frame. When Dean's walking backwards, watching the show that's on TV up the stairs slowly. When Leo forgets that he has to go drink his water, and then he starts looking for fruit instead because he has this after dinner fruit snack before. Yeah. So now I've become like this crossing guard.
You're so mean.
It's not even like what's it called? Helicopter parent?
No.
When you're like helicopter parent, I'm like crossing guard parent, where I'm like moving people in and out. Like, no, Dean, you this way over here. Leo, you upstairs. The guys at the airport with the light. Yeah, like Dom, go up. You're this way. Viv, over here. It's I don't have. If you're not physically moving and directing traffic, they're not going anywhere.
I don't
they're
know.
Not doing
Probably
anything.
Because they're tired.
Tired bullshit. What do they have to be tired from?
I know.
Those kids are not tired. And then once all those tasks are done, 35 minutes later,
oh, it's fucking.
And then they're bouncing around in the rooms. You finally yell at them and get them to lay in their bed. You say their prayers. You play their each 2 songs. Mm-hmm. Then that's when to bed starts.
But usually
it's an hour after I tell them, okay, it's time to go to bed.
It is. And then I end up falling asleep with them, and no one has a good night.
And then I'm texting you like, hey, are you awake? No,
their
no
room
answer.
I'm sorry. Their room is the most peaceful room in our home. It is dark. It is cold. It is the ambiance, the lighting. It's so peaceful in there. It's
too much white noise for me. It's a little stressful.
I love it.
If I slept in that room all night, I would wake up like a crazy person.
You probably would be deaf. I think we need to lower the volume.
Maybe that's Leo's problem.
I mean, we always thought maybe.
Huh?
No, but he hears. He just doesn't like process. He has to ask the same fucking
maybe
question.
Maybe because he always has fucking white noise in the back of his head.
Well, we need to start asking. And you know what I realized? We could start asking him like, well, what did I say we were doing?
I do that every fucking day. I did that just before we left.
And did he get it right?
No, he had no idea. He doesn't process things as you tell them to him.
I think
it's like he's too in the moment to hear people speaking to him.
Did you see that video of the sperm that's like going nuts?
100%.
There's like all normal sperm, and then there's one sperm just like fucking ADHD
everywhere.
all the way through it.
Yeah.
Like that was Leo. Tonight though,
What's tonight?
We're going to our favorite burger place.
New spot.
Buddy, first of all, we need to get you a t-shirt because you are, my legs asleep. Because, my
I only wear merch. I thought about that today when I was getting dressed. I only wear like our merch or Drew's merch or like D's merch or like old Shinta's merch. I don't wear like normal brand clothing anymore.
No, it's fine though. It's
Send me your merch. I'll wear it.
Well, it's because you like those things though.
I do.
It's very, what is it? Personal to you.
Yeah.
Your fashion's personal to you. Mm-hmm. I try and get you to wear those like wide leg pants and shit, but you won't.
Yeah, my legs are already wide legged. I don't know if we'll go shopping.
I don't know if I can pull it off. You gotta broaden your horizons.
I went from skinny to straight. I don't know if I can do
regular boot cut.
Boot cut.
Boot cut. Oh, my legs asleep. But we're going there tonight, and last time Drew was here, he was talking about his burger place.
He did like preview that.
He did. He said he's opening a burger place. It's going to be, and honestly, people are such assholes online. This is why I hate TikTok too. I mean, I love it and hate it. But people are like, it just opened and it's the best burger place in Vegas. Let me tell you something.
Call a spade a spade.
It's fucking delicious. And if you don't like burgers, the French fries are insane.
You can't go there and have a decent palate and say, I've had all these better burgers in Las Vegas.
No, you're not, and literally, you're not sucking his dick. It's not, you're not being nice. It's the truth.
I do that, but no, I do. I'm like a big fanboy of his ice cream and this shit. Like, but it's not wrong. It's by far the best burger.
It's so good. But we're going there tonight again after this. Mm-hmm. And I'm very excited. We're taking Aaron for the first time. That's his meatballs. That's his meatballs tonight.
Get the SOB.
I miss cooking, though, for Aaron and you at night.
We'll bring it back. That's one good thing about our new format is we're not going to hold ourselves like boxed into, okay, no, we need to go shoot video at the studio. If we want to do it back at the house with Aaron.
I think Aaron would like that better anyways.
With Aaron with no cameras. With guests with no cameras. Guests with cameras. We're just going to free ball it.
Willy-nilly.
Yeah.
I don't want you to say it, though, because then when you say it on camera, like, well, I said we were going to do this. Then
no,
you fucking hold me
I'm saying
to
we're going to do whatever the fuck we want. When we want.
Willy-nilly.
If you're on board with it, great. If not, we love you anyways.
Yeah. It's fine. I think anyways, regardless, we do this for us too. I think it's really good for us and it's been a while. Like we usually right now at this time of night, we're on our phones scrolling through shit.
At this time of night, you're passed out.
Yes, it's true. But we're on our phones or we're trying to find fucking something to watch, which you have a big discrepancy with fucking Yellowstone. You hate it. No, you don't hate it.
So I'm not alone in this. And I think one of the Barstool guys did this. If you watch Yellowstone, first of all, I have so many big problems with Hulu.
Such a great
as
show.
A platform. Yeah, let's talk about Hulu just in general. Hulu. When you log into Hulu, you cannot view anything that is relevant to you. Netflix knows what you like. HBO Max or just Max knows what you like. Mm-hmm. Prime Video knows what you like. You log into Hulu, it's like you're raw dogging it every time. Like, who is this person? You can't see the 7 shows I've watched on here.
No, unless you're halfway done. If you don't finish them, they like the episode.
Absolutely not. If we're in the middle of a Hulu show, it should. And you're like, let's say that's at 8, like Murders in the Building, whatever it was called. Mm-hmm. If we're like on episode 6 of 8 and we log into Hulu. That show is nowhere to be found.
That is true.
You have to search murders, the word, for it to come up.
I bet it's like a...
Not even MUR.
What is it?
And UX, UI part of it.
What?
Like user experience.
Oh.
It's one of their shows. Why is it so hard to find the Hulu show?
Okay.
Oh, it pisses me off.
I know. You get on your soapbox every time.
Okay, now we can talk about Yellowstone. Yellowstone is a show on the Paramount channel. Correct?
Mm-hmm. So if you pay for cable...
Yeah, if you're a boomer and you still pay for cable, you can watch it on Paramount.
Shout out to my parents. We get HBO and shit because of that. We use their login.
But even in this instance, it doesn't work for us. We pay for Paramount Plus. You can't watch a Paramount show on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, I know.
No. You can't watch it on Hulu or Prime Video until the week after. If you want to watch Paramount... if you want to watch Yellowstone, the biggest show in the fucking world... on a streaming device, you have to download Philo. Who knows what Philo is?
No idea.
Nobody.
Philo Dough. I've heard of Philo Dough.
It's not even spelled the same. It's like you have to download Philo and pay $28 a month to watch a Paramount show on Philo.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
But what assholes are paying that? We are, because we want to watch Yellowstone. Oh. Although we need to get like the hijack shit. I won't say it out loud.
Yes.
And watch it there. We need the crypto.
But, yeah. Yeah, we watch our shows on crypto.
Is that not right? Okay. Well, you know what I mean.
Maybe you should be able to pay for it in crypto. Crypto is a currency. It's a type of money.
All that shit is so ambiguous to me. It's like telling me, you're like speaking another language when you talk to me about that stuff. I wish I was more smarter.
I wish I could read good.
I can't. See, but I love doing this with you. This brings me so much joy because we don't, like I said, my point I was getting to, we don't really like sit and do this unless we have to, right? And I think it's like in reliving our shit is so good for us. And, maybe people will, learn from our fucking mistakes. But one thing we haven't been doing that I'm really super proud of us is we have not been fighting. We're one of those fucking couples lately.
Yeah,
we've
been A+, not like nothing beyond like a little argument.
I don't know what shifted. Maybe because instead of being a bitch initially to you, I'll sit back and go, okay, like I'll take a deep breath, I'll pray, I'll ask God to tell me what to say to you so that I don't just attack like raw dog words at you, like like I sit back for a minute.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I think it's you. Not to say that I'm not.
First of all, speak for yourself, though.
Hold on.
Okay, sorry. This is
I'm
where
about
I
to compliment you.
Oh, sorry.
Take it
now
back.
I sound like. Can we edit that part out?
If I'm being honest, it's you doing more of the work than me because I think a lot of our issues in the past stemmed from you being more quick, and now you're much slower to process. What's the intention here? What's really going on? Is Makin overwhelmed? Whatever. You're probably slower to do that. Not to say that I'm continuing to do that, but I think I don't know. I think you typically used to fly off the handle faster than I did, and now it's probably transitioned to me being quicker to have a shorter temper. But
yeah, like you have been. There's been a few instances where you get mad at me for like I told you I'm downstairs because I'll put the kids to bed. You'll go outside and sit in peace and quiet. And it was cold out, and I said I'm downstairs. I'm freezing, and you came in all fucking aggro and were like, I'll shut the door for you. Like,
that was me misinterpreting, and you were upset that I read it this way. But I read the text as I am here and cold or something like that.
I'm freezing.
Which to me I interpret as I'm downstairs, come inside and shut the door. I'm ready to watch a show, hang out with you. I'm cold, shut the door.
Yeah, forgive me for wanting to hang out with you. But this was my thing. You sit with your back to me, so I was like, he's not going to know that I'm down here. He's like, oh, I didn't know you're down here. Why don't you fucking tell me?
Totally fair.
Yeah.
It was a miscommunication.
See, like these are our fights.
And that fight lasted 7 minutes.
Well, I went to bed a little bitter.
That's only because you fell asleep 3 minutes after. So it was still fresh.
Yeah.
We didn't have 2 hours to process it and kiss and make up like we normally do.
I know. We've been better. We haven't even been to therapy.
We haven't been to therapy since like July.
It's nuts. Jackie probably misses us so much. We were her best clients.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's good that we do maintenance shit, and I think you want to go do a refresher.
I do. Some shit's been coming up, and like I've been feeling... Just shit's been surfacing from the past, and I keep dreaming and having like waking up with like sweating and having these anxiety attacks and like in the middle of the night, and then have to like regulate myself to go back to sleep because I'm so fucking. But it's all shit from the past that like I haven't really dealt with. Don't you? Does that ever happen to you?
I don't have a past.
Yes, you do.
I have no past, guys. Come on.
Yes, you do.
My even keel. Not a lot of super high highs, not a lot of super low lows.
You say this all the time.
But I swear to Jesus.
We're digging because everybody has shit. You are not this fucking perfect. Who's calling you now?
CJ.
You should just answer. Just answer and show them what the fuck we're doing. CJ.
We're doing the pod.
You're on.
Okay. Hit me with it.
You know how all the kids like Raising Cane's?
Yes.
Is it a true chicken spot if you can't order chicken with bone in?
Oh, great question.
It's not.
Why? I want to hear your explanation.
Like, I can go to Popeyes
You need to bring it closer to the mic.
I love that this is your serious question.
and I can get some fried chicken, but if they only serve chicken with no bones in it, it's not a true chicken spot to me.
I'm so glad you answered a second phone call.
I'm glad this was the urgent FaceTime call, and you go, this is a serious question.
I'm dead serious right now.
I would love to argue this with you because I love Cane's.
Serve bone-in chicken, it's not a legitimate chicken spot. Not saying KFC or Popeyes is either, but if they only serve tenders,
Katie's going to kill you for calling us. Hang up the phone.
RFK is going to put them out of business.
RFK is going to put
Okay,
them out
we're
of
done.
business.
CJ, we love you.
We love that chicken that's injected with shit. That's them plump tenders. I love you. We'll call you later.
Usually when he calls you a couple times, something's wrong. Or is that just normal CJ?
Nothing's ever wrong
He
with
just
CJ.
keeps calling like I do until
and
you
then
answer.
he'll text me like pussy. That's
Well, at
CJ.
least he knows we're doing something of value that's not like
He
you
doesn't
being
give a shit.
a pussy.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, hey, I'm putting the kids to bed. I'll call you back in 15. Pussy.
Such a we were oh never mind. We can't talk about that. Anyways, I have started a new thing that I'd like to share with everybody that works for me, especially people with ADD. Because I know that I have that it's just untreated and unmedicated. I start it because I will go into the kids' rooms and our room and around our fucking house, and I'll be like, oh, I need to do that. Oh, I'll remember. Oh, they need to do this. Oh, I'll remember. Like things that you're like, oh, I need to change that light bulb. And then you walk away and you fucking I'm on to the next thing that never go back to it. So I grabbed a thing of sticky notes, like Post-it notes.
Yeah.
And I went into each kid's room and I wrote down on each sticky note on their door, pick up your clothes, put it in the laundry, like each thing, make your bed, fucking whatever it is, wipe the floor, sweep the floor, whatever it is.
Yeah, clean your bathroom.
Yeah, so because I'll tell them clean your room, and they'll do it the way they think it's done.
Which to us is a very specific command or instruction. To them, it's like the most ambiguous thing in the world.
Yeah,
because our kids are entitled and spoiled. And
but
what part of the room? Do I have to make my bed? Do I have to put my laundry?
I know. Do I have to?
You think I'm joking? These are real questions.
Buddy, but they don't.
These are real questions for the people in the internet. These are real questions that our Gen A kids give to us after we tell them to go do one of their basic chores. Go clean your room. To me, our generation, that means go clean your fucking room. Everything needs to get picked up, trash thrown away, bed made, clothes organized nicely, shelves, whatever. To them, it's like, well, what do I have to do? Like, where are my outs? Do I have to put the laundry away? You just put the laundry basket in my room 3 hours ago. I usually let that sit there for a day or two. Do I have to do that right now? I just got home from dance. Can I have a snack first? I have homework to do. Do I have to do that tonight? Can I do it tomorrow? I'm not joking. These are real concerns that you entertain.
Well, I also give them, because this is also my child coming out, when I was like, not beaten, but like beaten for like not doing it when they ask. So if you say like, hey, by tomorrow afternoon after school, or by tomorrow after dinner, if your laundry's not put away, you'll be in trouble.
Oh no, what's trouble, Mom?
There'll be a consequence.
And what's trouble to you? You have no fucking idea.
I could make something up on
trouble
the fly.
Trouble is I'm going to get really frustrated, get overwhelmed, and then tell your dad, and then he's going to flip out.
And I will take your phone away. I will, you can't, you won't, you'll go, I'll drop you off at school late.
Yeah. You just throw threats out there.
Buddy,
that never
I'm not
happen.
good at this.
Which has been my only minimal critique of you, is like to have like a hard no or a line that you won't cross, or no more false threats.
What is your fucking consequence then, Mr. fucking rules, Mr. I know everything, Dad, golden dad?
I give a relative punishments relative to the crime.
When?
All of the time.
Where? What?
They're realistic threats.
Like what? If they had the expectation you need to put your laundry away by tomorrow evening after dinner, it needs to be done, and it's not done, then what?
Let's just say if it's Dom, if you don't put your laundry away by tomorrow, I'm not signing you up to go to do the football thing this weekend.
Okay, but I can't say that.
Why can't you?
Because I don't know when he's going to football. If you don't do what I'm asking you to do,
I'm not doing. Yeah, it's true. You don't know what's going on to be able to take things away.
No, exactly. Okay,
Viv, if you don't put your laundry away, you are not going to Sephora this weekend.
She does. She is not. She doesn't go anywhere.
You cannot go sleep over at God's house. You cannot have dessert.
Okay.
If you don't eat your full dinner, you're not having dessert tonight. Which, let's stay on that topic for right now.
No, wait.
You think removing dessert from our children is like the worst punishment of all time?
First of all, you are making two very pointed points.
I think
your pencils are sharpened, and I'm going to sit here and not be mean. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you how I feel.
Okay.
I would love for us to come up with this. Somebody said this to me a long time ago, and we never fucking do it. We should be on the same page. If this is the offense, this is the consequence, so that we're on the same fucking page.
There's
and I'm
nothing
not
more in this world that I want than that.
And I'm not like just pulling shit out of my ass for consequences. This way I could say like, so what do we, like at the beginning of the week, Leo's consequence for his behavior is this. Viv.
No, it can't be a beginning of the week thing. It's all relative to the crime. You pull a punishment relative to, if you don't eat the rest of your food, you will not have dessert. If you don't do what I'm asking you to do, a larger chore or a bigger task that I'm asking you to do, you're not going to do the fun thing that you want to do.
Okay, that's fine. It's just, I need to know what these things are so that I can.
I'm giving you the examples
I
right
know,
now.
but I have a hard time in the moment giving. I don't know why I'm like that. Maybe because first of all, you were never really spanked as a child. You were never really yelled at. All I did was get yelled at.
I don't think I was ever yelled at.
I got yelled at. I got punished. I got put in my room. I mean, I had spanked. I got slapped. I got punched. No, accidentally. But my dad never did anything. All he had to say was like, I'm disappointed in you. My mom's the one who like attacked, but not in an abusive way. It was like an attitude adjustment thing because I feared the fuck out of her. But I didn't like that. I didn't feel like I
Totally
feared.
fair.
I was afraid of her. I was afraid of like treaded on. I can use these words with you, but like I had to walk on eggshells with her because if I did something, it was a bad consequence. So I try to give my kids grace in those moments so that I'm like, okay, I'm giving you an opportunity to do what I'm asking you. I'm not going to beat the shit out of you because you forgot to do it or you didn't do it.
Yeah, but nobody's threatening that either.
No. But I'm saying like I need consequences that I can use.
Yeah, I get it. You didn't get consequences relative to your crime. Yes. So you
All
don't
of
know
mine
where
were
to start.
very extreme.
Yes. I
Not
get it.
always. My mom.
Yeah, no, you lose your shit and get overwhelmed. Leo, if you don't do that, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Obviously, you're not going to kill him.
I would never say
Those
that,
are just
but yes.
words that come out.
Yes, I don't say that, but
Yeah.
yes.
Nor do
I
you
don't want them
spank
to
or do any of
call-
that stuff either.
I don't spank.
That's
I
what
will
I'm
not-
saying. Like they're just like false threats.
Yeah, no. But you are the dad, and you have this authority and this respect from them that I also don't have. Like they kind of, we talked about this today.
Yes, I'm bad cop. You're a good cop.
They come to me for like comfort and solace and like being understood and maybe having a conversation with daddy. But the one thing I will never do is go against you. And I tell them like, I don't keep anything from daddy, and daddy, I mean, we can talk about this, but in this circumstance, daddy is right, or I will give perspective on where you're coming from. So I'll never go against you, but I have this role, the nurturer, the loving,
And that's totally fine.
which is fine. But
Yeah.
in my house, my mom was the enforcer. My dad was the nurturer.
Sure.
So I'm learning
Totally fair.
to be a good like disciplinarian because I truly feel if you don't discipline your children, it's not showing them that you love them.
100%.
I really believe that.
It's biblical.
And to my core, I feel that though. I truly do.
Of course.
But I also am not good at disciplining.
And kids feel safer when there's discipline
Yeah.
in the home. And
I
there's so
agree.
many things that back that up.
But that's why I'm so happy you work from home. So if anything ever happens, I'm just like, I'm going to get your dad.
He's gonna handle this.
He's gonna and I
Let
love
me call my supervisor.
Yeah, and I love that they don't fear you, they respect you. I think that's really the big difference here. And right
There's
now,
fear in there too.
but they need you to they
It's
need
not-
one of us to be that way. Sorry, they do.
Yeah. And it's not like a constant state of fear. It's like it's more so like we don't want daddy mad kind
Yeah.
of thing.
And every dynamic's different in everyone's marriage. Like, sometimes they're both pushovers, sometimes. And I just feel like we're very blessed to have that. Even though I do correct you sometimes, and I've gotten better about not correcting you in front of them.
Yeah.
I mean, even the last therapy session we had, she said, oh no, it was with that life coach.
Oh yeah.
She said, why do you feel like you always need to rescue them? Or was it our therapy? I don't know. I always feel like I need to like be their voice when they're getting yelled at, but it's because
You felt
Yeah.
that because there have been many times where I have not been so open to hear everyone's point of
Yeah,
view
no.
out, where I'm quicker to be like, nope, shut it down. You did this, you
Yeah.
did that, you're fucked.
whereas
This
I'm
is
like,
the-
let's
yeah.
all sit down and have a conversation
Yes.
about what
and
happened.
I don't have the patience for that. I have more patience in the world for a lot of things.
But
I'm very quick to like, okay, here's the assessment situation. I'm done. Let's move on.
But there is, I mean, I am very proud that I've taught our children to do that.
Absolutely.
To sit and
I wouldn't
hear each
want
other
you
out.
to be just like me either.
No. So like I said, it's a blessing that we are who we are. And I get triggered by your yelling because it reminds me when I would get yelled at. So when you start, and I shouldn't use the word trigger, but like my stomach fucking turns when you start yelling. I start getting nervous. Like I need to go start cleaning my room. Like, cause that's what I would do when I get in trouble. I'd literally go and start cleaning. Or like when I know you're upset or I'm whatever, my initial reaction is to go start cleaning, do stuff that will make that person happy.
Never in a million years would I have ever thought that I'd be this person.
No, I know. Definitely, I thought I'd
If
be
you would have asked me 10 years, you could have never imagined me being the person I am today.
No.
5-10 years
And
ago.
you probably wouldn't have married me knowing you'd had 4 kids and a fucking,
Yeah, I still would have.
hysterectomy wife
Not yet.
with all my problems.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was a good conversation. I'm proud of us.
Productive.
Productive. What's next on our to-do?
Should we talk shit about our kids?
I think you should rank our children. I think
Okay.
it's time.
It's
been a while.
I would be very unjust by putting anyone below Leo at this point. Leo for sure is number 4. It was Kevin's birthday during our break. He ate Kevin's pup cup. He thought it was a good thing to eat his pup cup, and he ate his pup cup.
Did Kevin already lick it?
Yes.
What the fuck is wrong with this kid?
Somehow Leo gets like these twitches, like he gets like shaky and afraid for no reason. For sometimes I forget where exactly I forget if it was an airport or the mall or something. We were getting on an escalator, and he's like, "No, I don't like escalators." I'm like, "Since when?"
Yeah.
And he started freaking out and shaking, and God knows where that stems from.
I think Viv's shoelace got caught in an escalator too.
At some point.
Yeah. I think that's.
And he started like trembling.
Yeah.
So Leo's afraid of escalators now.
Oh, I was afraid of elevators. I get it.
I mean, because you got stuck in one when you were like 5. Leo's never been stuck on an escalator or an elevator.
Yeah, I mean, he witnessed his sister get
Leo
stuck.
gets like, and I don't want to like dumb it down. He gets like these fake trauma things that's come from somewhere that isn't real, or that isn't, at the very least, isn't related to the actual thing that's being portrayed.
It's probably like YouTube shit.
Like he might be afraid of dinosaurs, and that's why won't go on escalators. Like I don't understand why he is the way he is with some things.
I know.
It doesn't make any sense.
But it makes him so great at the same time.
He walked in your mom's pool with the shoes on because he forgot.
So true. It's so true. I'm like, Leo, why are your feet? He goes, I forgot I had them on.
Yeah. Another shoe issue. The kid's got a ton of shoes. He wore through his favorite pair of shoes. Like he
literally opened, like talking.
Our kids are very blessed. They get a lot of shoes. That's one area where they get a lot of things.
That's your area.
Yes, that's the thing. They've never gone without. They've never had small shoes for more than a day.
Every sport they played, they get a brand new pair of
new.
shoes.
They run out of. There are sometimes they wear shoes for no more than a few weeks, and then they need a new pair because they've outgrown them. Whatever. That's by no means a flex. The point I'm trying to make is he has this one pair of shoes that he wears every fucking day, and he wore them the fuck out, and he wore a hole in the front of the Air Force One, and there's a hole.
Yeah.
And you text me like he needs a new pair of shoes. It's his favorite shoes. Like he tried to glue them or something. It didn't
My
work.
dad
Ordered them. They were here 2 days later, whatever. He stopped. He won't wear the new shoes. He only wears the shoes with the hole in them.
Yeah.
And today the hole reopened again. I'm like, throw them the fuck out.
Oh,
I bought you new shoes. You picked them out on the app. They were here 2 days later. You wanted them. I paid money for them. Wear the new shoes. And it was this
screaming, crying, fit. I love, like, screaming at the top of his lungs. I love my shoes. I'm like, okay, you don't have to throw them away, but put them in the closet. He goes, I hate those black shoes. I'm like, you pick them out. You're wearing them. And I stuck to my fucking word, and I made him wear those shoes. He puts them on. He screamed, crying, saying how much he hates. He goes in front of the mirror and he goes, oh yeah, I remember. I like these. Completely stop crying.
This is who we're dealing with, and that we need to understand that it's not us with the problem. It's not us needing to check ourselves most of the time. Most of the time, it's we need to know who the person is and just force him through it for a few minutes, and he'll forget about why he's upset.
Yeah. Because his discomfort.
After we hold him and tell him everything's going to be okay.
You're such an asshole.
So I think the last time we talked about this, like they were so excited because they're in kindergarten now that they were going to get Chromebooks like all the big kids. They
couldn't wait.
They finally got their Chromebooks. Like they came home like it was Christmas.
They came home like they had a
like
business,
brand new iPhones.
Like they opened a business.
Dad, I registered my LLC today. Here's my Chromebook.
And he's sitting down, click-clacking away.
Yes, I got this brand new MacBook Pro, 32 terabytes of RAM in this shit.
Yep.
It's basically just a shitty little Chromebook. He opens it up, boom, poppy soda right all over.
All over.
All over.
All
Chromebook ruined. Viv ruined a Chromebook. Oh, we're not going to get to Viv yet, but like Leo is just Leo.
I know.
I asked one day I was driving them. I forget where we were going. I go, Leo, go sit in the middle in the back. He sits on the floor in the middle row, not the back row in the middle seat.
On the floor.
The second row, we have 3 rows in the Suburban. In the middle row, on the floor.
Mm-hmm. He thought that's what you meant.
And then I go, and I didn't realize I'm like backing out of the driveway, and I realized like 3 houses down. I'm like, Leo, no, like sit in your seat. Go in the back row in the middle.
I didn't know. He'll say.
Screaming, crying. I'm like, what fucking world do I live in that he feels justified to sit on the floor in the middle of the car?
I know. He's just seeing what he can get away with. Very developmentally appropriate behaviors.
Yeah. It's rough out here. Viv, number 3, probably. It's not a strong number 3 because there's been a lot of rough stuff for all the kids lately. Also on Kevin's birthday, we took him to Lazy Dogs. I'm not putting Viv down by saying this. It's just hilarious. We took Kevin. We thought it'd be this cute thing. They all wanted to take him to Starbucks to get a pup cup. We did that. We also went to Lazy Dogs.
Because he could come and have a dinner
and
as well.
We like, oh, this would be, it was your idea.
Yeah.
Like for whatever the vibe was of the house that day, taking them to a decent dinner was going to improve the move. And
to celebrate Kevin.
Yes. That was going to uplift everybody's spirits. And it did. So we get Leo, Kevin, the little Lazy Dogs bowl.
It's like grilled chicken, peas, carrots, and broccoli, or peas and rice. Yeah.
Kevin is super skittish, doesn't know how to act. There's other dogs around. He's at a fucking restaurant. So he has no idea what to do. He doesn't eat his little bowl. I put it back on the table, and Viv starts eating it. And granted, it was great food. It was rice with peas and carrots. It was human food.
Her food didn't come yet. She was hungry. It was an appetizer.
It was just, you had to have been there. It was one of those things where you had to have been there, but it was just hilarious. It was in a dog bowl or whatever those little bowls are.
We both looked at each other like, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening? She has been killing it, though, at other things. But killing it
at dance. Halloween passed. We had a great Halloween. Everybody had good costumes. Candy was lit. Everyone everywhere. And one day she goes, Daddy, what's your favorite type of corn? I'm like, I like grilled corn, but I think probably like elote, like it mixed up with like the Mexican seasoning. And I go, what's your favorite type of corn? Candy corn. Not a type of corn. Not valid.
That's pretty cute though.
Yeah. One day I caught her upstairs in her bathroom. She had a bunch of bell peppers just like in her hand, like giant bell peppers, one on like her bathroom sink, one with like a butter knife, just like peeling the bell peppers, skinning the seeds.
Upstairs in the bathroom?
Upstairs in her bathroom.
What the fuck are they doing?
I'm like, Viv, get a fucking paper plate.
And go downstairs.
Do it in the kitchen.
Oh
like, what is going? You have like a red, yellow, green Trader Joe's 3-pack of bell peppers in your bathroom with a butter knife and no plate. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Whatever.
But Viv's also been this beautiful little soul.
Yeah.
There's this girl in her class who was having issues, and long story short, Viv helps the girl in the class, and we had just got done yelling at Viv for forgetting a water ball, I think.
Well, we had a rough morning with her when we took her to school, and we were nasty. We weren't nice. Very, very short. Very like we're tired of it. Like she forgot her water bottle after all of that, and the mom of this student. Yeah,
we dropped Viv off, and she's like, "Oh wait, I forgot my water bottle." Or like, okay, we'll go back and get it. So the kids go into school, and as we're getting ready to leave, the mom comes out and she approached and goes, "Hey, do you have a minute?" I'm like, "Oh no, what happened? Like, what did one of my kids do?" She just told me like Vivian single-handedly is changing her daughter's life. She's like, her daughter had cancer during like the pandemic time, and she's fallen a little behind in her grade level stuff, and she's like. And she said something along the lines like, Vivian's popular and she has the most grit I've ever seen. She'll stick up for her daughter. I'm sure it's fine if I say her name. Yeah.
She'll stick up for her daughter. She'll very politely make sure that she's on task. Like say like, "Oh, I just finished this question. Are you done with it yet?" Like not like a teacher, but like a friend. And literally, when she told me that, tears welled up in my eyes. I was sobbing. The mom was crying, telling me this.
I was bawling.
And I was like, we were just so fucking mean to her. Like, we felt
for
terrible.
something so simple, like not wearing a sweatshirt when it's cold
I
out,
don't even
and then
know.
forgetting her water bottle.
Yes, and it was kind of like a slap in the face, like, hey, she's a really good kid. Like, she's just a kid. And so I went to Sephora and bought her a really expensive lip gloss that she wanted, because I wanted to reward that behavior. Like, I think it's so important that my daughter is considered whatever she's considered. You know, she's got a lot of friends. Maybe she's popular. I don't know if she is. That was this mom's perspective. But the fact that she gives a shit about people, and it's just, I had to reward her for that because it was so beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing more that you expect from your kids than that type of shit. Even if they think candy corn is corn.
Yes. Or eating the dog's food.
Yeah. Which
it's not really dog food. If she ever hears this, she's going to freaking kill you.
No, she won't. Her and I have had such a good time. I've been taking her to dance a lot lately. And on the way home, like, we just blast like music, and she fucking loves it. You
are so cute too. The way you wake her up in the morning too, no matter what it is. You like,
because it's the only way to get her out of bed.
Oh no, I just go in there and touch her nose or her cheeks. I'm like, time to get up. No. But you have like a whole.
Every day I try to like make it different.
Yeah, you're a great dad. I'm kind of.
At school she won like the Spirit Week Queen.
Yeah.
She's just been on one. She's been really good for the most part.
She's been carrying what she's not just throwing her hair in a low pony. She's like wanting to do her hair.
Yeah, she's starting to get her style back.
Yeah, trying to just have a vibe.
Yep. Number 2 is Dean. So we talked about Kevin's birthday. He was the only kid who got Kevin a birthday present. He made Kevin like this big elaborate card.
Yes.
Pulled out like some of his treats and put them on the card.
Oh, he's so
and
cute.
All the other kids like, wait, were we supposed to get Kevin like gifts?
He's very
and Dean's
thoughtful.
like, of course. I got Kevin gifts. Did you?
He's so thoughtful for being so mean.
For some reason he loves to sing. Like whether it's music in the car or when you're playing like the worship songs when they go to bed. He just like sings like nobody's listening.
It's so cute.
Yep.
It really is the cutest thing about him. But other than that, he's really mean.
But he's also very smart. Like,
yes,
kindergarten, it's all about like sight words, like the word the and of, like words when you see them, you know them.
Yeah.
Whenever we're like driving by, he's like, "Oh, Daddy, there's a sight word. There's the."
Yeah. He's also very creative. He'll like make shit out of. He wanted a pencil case, like Dominic. So he literally made it. He wanted.
Yeah, he'll make shit out of paper and.
He wanted a book that we didn't have. So we went on YouTube, found the book, and rewrote the book with the illustrations from the YouTube video.
Yeah.
So we had the book.
Yeah. We talked about that last time, I think.
That is so fucking creative. And he'll build shit, and he really is he wants a sewing machine for Christmas.
Sew it up, bro.
I think we should get it for him.
His bad things is he never closes the lid on his water bottles. They're always open.
And spilling.
And then they're spilling it at least twice a day. You got the kids like legit high school lockers.
Yes.
They never put the lockers away. He's the biggest proponent of just dropping his shit in the middle of the floor. And
acting surprised when we ask him to put away, like, what?
Yep. He calls the brand Adida with no S at the end.
Adida.
He can't be corrected of it. He just knows that it's Adida. Yep. But the biggest like negative for Dean lately is like the word stupid. Oh, you're stupid.
Oh yeah.
That's stupid. I don't want to do that. That's stupid.
Yeah.
And sometimes it comes off with like a really negative tone, and it's like, who the hell are you? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and he'll also like, Leo will work really hard on something, and he'll be like, "That's not really good, just so you know."
Yep.
Like very, very matter of fact.
Leo, you didn't do that right.
Yeah, Leo, that's not really good, just so you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you so fucking mean?
Yeah.
Well, it really doesn't look like SpongeBob, so I'm not going to tell him it's good.
He drew SpongeBob as a circle that's blue, Mom. What do you want me to say?
That's the way he views SpongeBob.
Yeah,
okay. Go ahead.
That's good for Dean. Like Dom, like I said, we said at the beginning, like if we would have done this earlier this week, it would have been clear, 100%. Like the kid was voted leadership. His teammates on his football team voted him as the leader award.
Yeah.
He, after football, right after that started basketball season. We had been working like towards, because my big thing with him, basketball is my favorite sport. And he played basketball for a long time and then quit 2 years ago. And then this last summer wanted to get back into it. And I'm like, bro, I don't know if you're going to be like making teams, like getting into middle school. Like your teams are good. You're going to be playing against like real athletes. It's not just like city league, rec league type shit.
Which I have no idea about any of this. I'm very shocked.
But I'm plugged in, so I understand what's going on. And I'm like, bro, you got to work. And like sometimes I'll post videos, sometimes I won't. But like that kid was running hills, working out, playing basketball 4 days out of the week, every summer or throughout the entire summer. And then every weekend, basically, leading up to basketball season. And he made the A team for basketball. I know. And like
on the same week that he got his braces.
Yep.
We thought he was allergic to his braces because he broke out in these like he looked like
he got braces put on.
Yep.
And then the next day woke up with like hives all over his face. He had
hives, and then he literally looked like Ace Ventura, and when he shows up as the kid with like the nerdy hat and he gives it literally like pock marks like that, and I'm like, how the fuck are you already going through puberty? They looked like pimples.
Yeah.
So I think he's allergic to the braces, and I didn't think that at first. He had sores all over his mouth. I'm like, that's normal. Braces usually do this, whatever. So we go the whole week.
No, like a day or two, but yeah.
Well, but we didn't do anything about it until I talked to his orthodontist at Whiting Orthodontics.
Shout out to Whiting Orthodontics.
He's an incredible human. Came in, took the nickel out of, because the band's made of nickel, the squares are stainless steel. He's like, let's take this out. If he doesn't improve tomorrow, we're taking the braces off. And I'm like, okay, so next day he's even worse, and I'm like, something in me was like,
and then his throat was hurting,
and his throat had been hurting all week.
Well,
whatever.
Yes, it doesn't matter. We thought the sores had now gone down his throat. Shit.
His throat had been bothering him, but not enough to think something serious is going on. So I take him to the pediatrician. He had fucking strep throat.
The day he got
braces, because he said, Mom, my throat's a little itchy, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe you just slept with your mouth open. I don't know. So he had strep throat. Then that was Monday. Tuesday he had basketball tryouts.
Yeah.
And he fucking killed it with strep throat, with braces, with sores in his mouth. He came home, his legs were shaking. I mean,
that was the other issue, is because he couldn't eat anything.
Oh, he couldn't eat anything.
So he was like sucking down protein drinks, and I forget what the exact thing happened. Like he forgot one, or he couldn't even get it down because it hurt so much, or he couldn't eat the soup that you made him.
Yeah, he wasn't eating.
So he was like running on E, had no energy, had no like strength.
And he still, and I don't even know the big fucking deal about basketball. Not a fucking clue. I didn't know there was A team, B teams, C teams. I have no idea. And I'm like, I'm just thinking he's going in to try out, but apparently it's a very big deal. Because obviously I was never in real like competitive sports, you know.
Yeah, I couldn't be prouder of him. He worked his dick off.
And then he spent I think this something
straight A student, honor roll.
Well, this year we also, for his birthday,
his birthday.
We decided we were going to either give him this experience where he'd go to the UNLV Boise State game, go to the Complex conference that was coming, or another experience you had thought of for him.
Yeah, I forget the other option.
Whatever. It was like a Night's game. Or we would just give him the money for...
that we would spend on throwing him a party, and he could have the money.
And so we told him that, and he was like, oh, it literally took him a few weeks. He's like, Mom, I prayed about it. I want the money. And this kid went off. He bought Jordans. He bought
Jordans, Dunks, bunch of shoes, basketball backpacks.
He got like 6 pairs of shoes, not only from us for his birthday and my mom and whoever else, but he cashed in and bought himself some nice shoes, which apparently is
it's like Flight Club in his room right now.
It's really nice. But he's a great kid. He really is.
Yeah.
Holds accountability. I agree with him being number one. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Well, buddy, thank you.
We're back.
We're back. We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
It's like in The
I
Hangover.
Know. Yes.
We are back.
Yes. Do. Okay. Thank you all. We love you. We appreciate you. Again, if you feel... the pull in your heart to donate to our show, Makin.
Can't say the D word. It's not a real donation. We're not a charity.
What is it? Contribution.
It's a payment. Yeah. I mean, if you would like to support.
What the fuck ever. Okay. Yeah. If you'd like to support our show, our podcast, whatever the fuck it's called now.
Hit the links in the bio.
Yes. Or leave a review for us. We really appreciate it. And as always,
thank you for listening.